So I went ahead and filled out the rest of the intents in the chatbot, and I also added a small little embellishment into the bot to make it easier to test it. So if you go to the console over here and click on try it now, and if I were to say, are you building a voice bot? If I were to say yes earlier, it just gave a response. But what I've done is now I've added a button at the end of it. When the conversation ends, it gives you this button, which is an option to start over. And when I click on start over, you notice that it restarts the conversation. And let's go ahead and do that. So in this case, if I were to say, are you building a pure FAQ bot? Once again, it gives me the option to start over. Say I say no, this time I say no again, and this time I say yes, and again you see the start over. So no, and let's say yes, and once again you can start over. So the way I do that is, of course, a couple of things. The first is that let's go to the default welcome intent, and you notice that I've added start over itself as a training phrase, as you might expect. So that makes sure that the training phrase start over will the user utterance start over will fire the welcome intent one more time. As for the voice bot.yes, which was supposed to end the conversation, right after the conversation, the recommendation rather, I have this custom payload which has the single suggestion chip which just recommends that the user start over. So that's how I do it for the other answer intents also. So if you were to go into the pure FAQ bot.yes, you notice that I've added this additional custom payload. So that completes the bot. So what we have done here, if you notice, is we've created this bot in Dialogflow Messenger using Dialogflow ES, and we have been able to create a full-fledged decision tree bot which allows us, based on the user's yes/no responses, it allows the user to choose between Dialogflow ES and Dialogflow CX. Now, of course, this is a sort of a trivial bot. Don't use it like an actual how you'd use a consultant to get this advice. It's just giving you some simple tips to see if your bot falls into one category or the other. But the overall picture here is that we were able to successfully build this bot, which is a proper decision tree chatbot, using Dialogflow ES, and we were also able to test it within the Dialogflow Messenger integration. So in the next few lessons, we are going to see how we will build the same bot, except that we will be using Dialogflow CX.